Dear participants, welcome to this flying competition and award ceremony. We would have wanted to do it with a physical gathering of all of us, but due to the current pandemic, we are live on a digital platform. My name is George Mulamula. I'm the chair of the African Drone Forum Board and government liaison at the World Bank, and will be your MC for this wonderful event. I welcome you all to the Lake Kivu Challenge Virtual Award Ceremony. I welcome our speakers, who include Honorable Minister Paula Ingabire, Mr. Franz Dresgros, and Ms. Magdalena Banasiak. A few housekeeping chores before we start. For the speakers, it is important that you keep your videos off until you speak and keep on mute when you're not speaking. Next, remember, for all of us, we can follow the discussion on the ADF Twitter at ADF_rising, and also use the hashtag Lake Kivu Challenge. It's important for us to know, or at least I inform you, that the winners will be live tweeted, and we would love the audience to join us, and you're all welcome to send us your comments on chat. Having stated that, let us start the ball rolling, and let's take a look at a 3-minute video which gives some explanation to the event. Can you play the video, please? I guess our technical guy is working on it, and it should be up and running very, very shortly. Okay. All right. Is there sound to that? We're missing sound. Please play the sound on it. There's no sound on it. Pictures are nice, but sound is better. Thank you, guys.
This year in early February, there was a special gathering on the shores of Lake Kivu, Rwanda. 10 international teams came together to learn, to teach, and to ultimately compete in the first ever African Drone Forum and Lake Kivu Challenge. To explore how the world's best drone technology can transform the lives of people living in hard-to-reach communities, the Lake Kivu Challenge presented 3 flying competitions. In the emergency delivery competition, teams must deliver a package such as a blood bag from a drone port to a remote island. In the sample collection competition, the drones must pick up as many packages containing critical medical tests from a remote island and return to base. And finally, in the find and assess competition, teams must successfully survey a remote island and identify the GPS locations that would assist rescue efforts in the case of a disaster. The team's home for 10 days was a purpose-built drone port in beautiful Karongi. The remote site was over 20 kilometers away on Bugarura Island. As safety was the most important consideration before there are any flights to the remote drone port or beyond visual line of sight, all the teams had to undergo rigorous safety inspections and carry out multiple short test flights. In a world first, all the drones were fitted with trackers, so they were visible to air traffic control, other manned commercial aircraft, and the judges at all times. These safety protocols will become the industry standard for global drone flights. After safety testing was complete, and before the real competition began, the teams had a chance to join the wider African Drone Forum in Kigali. For 3 days, over 1,000 delegates heard from 100 speakers and over 60 regulators from 26 countries. One clear message was that Africa is open for business, presents cutting-edge use cases, and welcomes the world to invest in its local innovators. Finally, it was back to the lake for the challenge. Over 5 incredible days, the teams carried out over 50 long-distance flights with no safety issues, and the friendly competition and camaraderie challenged and inspired each team to new heights. Every team has pushed new limits and shared their expertise with the next generation of engineers and pilots through a series of flying labs. The judges recorded each flight and ultimately had the difficult decision of choosing a winner in each of the flying competitions. Here are the winning announcements.
Thank you very much for that video clip. The beautiful scenery we saw depicts Lake Kivu in Rwanda. And the government of Rwanda was a key partner in making the competition a success. And now, I humbly and kindly invite the Minister of ICT and Innovation of Rwanda, Honorable Paula Ingabire, to open this ceremony. Welcome, Honorable Minister.
Okay. So welcome to our online viewers and for those that actually joined us at the Africa Drone Forum this year in February. The Africa Drone Forum sought to stimulate a new community of like-minded players by creating a platform for engagement and collaboration that would shape Africa's drone economy. The interest in this is a sign that we have bright prospects in Africa to harness emerging technologies, particularly UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles. I'm pleased to see everyone that has been able to join us this afternoon, participants from across Africa and around the world. And also just to thank our partners that started this journey with us, specifically the World Bank, UKAID. Thank you for being with us today. Today we are all confronting challenges of the current pandemic, and I'm thankful that we can still organize this online event and remain engaged as a community thanks to technology. This pandemic is accelerating the demand of new technologies and skills. It's also more important than ever that we step up efforts to develop our people's skills, invest in our economies, and take advantages of these emerging technologies. Lake Kivu Challenge was a global competition, but the use cases were defined by Africans for Africa. We set 3 competitions in the challenge, and for the video that we just watched a while ago took us through these different aspects of the competition. And a lot of this was also based on our experience with Ebola and the public health, as well as disaster response to serve the different communities across Africa. The Lake Kivu Challenge competition launched online last year. We had about 72 applications, those from about 35 countries. And of course, after a rigorous evaluation process, 10 teams emerged as finalists that would compete through this competition, the Lake Kivu Challenge flying competition. These 10 teams came to Rwanda this year to share and showcase, but at the same time to compete against the other teams that they had. And for me, all these teams are winners because they've been able to show us the opportunities that exist if we choose to leverage these emerging technologies. Seeing these teams operate in the Lake Kivu has made it easy for most, especially the communities around Lake Kivu, to understand how these applications can help us to strengthen the supply chain, build resilience, as well as boost the rural economy. I'm excited to see all the fellows from across Africa that have presented cutting edge use cases of drone technology and have made these lessons visible to the world. And I think we're also at a time where, when you look at the different countries across the continent and what they're doing, it's really impressive how all these countries are leveraging, drone technology to respond to the COVID pandemic. Recently we saw how Ghana was using drones to deliver and collect samples of COVID-19. We also, in Rwanda, beyond delivering medical supplies, we're using drones to inspect and broadcast prevention measures, which has helped us to, one, to monitor the lockdown and enforce it, but at the same time, to broadcast messages that encourage citizens to continuously practice social distancing, wearing masks, and even staying home. When you go to Nigeria, you'll see how they're using drones to deliver supplies, medical supplies. Sierra Leone as well is monitoring the society's compliance to the lockdown. And of course, lastly, South Africa is also using drones to spread the word about COVID-19 prevention measures as well in the rural areas. So all this really goes to show the opportunities that exist on the continent and how we can leverage the drone technologies as we navigate some of the infrastructure deficits that exist within the continent. So back to the essence of this ceremony, it marks the start of a new chapter. For me, this is just the beginning. Lake Kivu Challenge is not just about recognizing and awarding winners, but rather drawing attention and collaboration from the wider global drone industry and partners to bring all these solutions to scale and also to create impact within the different societies. The government of Rwanda plans to open a drone operations hub soon, and there are many of these that are training type of hubs across the continent. And the idea for us is how we can mobilize resources and work together to build a vibrant drone economy across the continent. I wish to thank all the teams that came to Rwanda and gave so much of their time and energy and efforts, not only for this challenge, but also to provide training at the local schools and to share their experience with us at the conference that happened in February. These teams and everyone that was here have inspired the next generation, and we are very grateful for that. And I also want to acknowledge the hard work and the collaboration that has really been showcased by the different teams across the government of Rwanda institutions, our development partners, sponsors who've pulled together to support this vision and contribute to make it a success that we've seen it become today. I'd also like to salute all of you from the safety marshals, drone pilots, business innovators, journalists, regulators, security experts, everyone that participated in one way or the other from the forum and even into this flying drone challenge. Congratulations to everyone that has made it this far. And as a government, we look forward to supporting many of these initiatives for all the solutions that were tested and proven viable during this Lake Kivu flying competition, but also not just giving you the support, but finding ways that we can scale it even beyond the continent. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for those words and opening remarks. And you rightly point out the Africa use cases are very important, and also the importance of drones in the development of the continent of Africa. As you stated, 10 flying teams from 7 countries and safety officials and judges were at Lake Kivu from 8th to 14th February following the Africa Drone Forum conference. And they conducted 68 beyond virtual line of sight flights, requiring more than 3,500 of oversight from safety experts. So now, This was a big achievement, and we thank you very much for your support. The World Bank gave incredible support to the African Drone Forum event, including the Lake Kivu Challenge, and commitment to ICT, digital transformation, and development in Africa. I now kindly invite the World Bank representative, Mr. Franz Dres-Gross, Regional Director, World Bank, to deliver a welcome remarks. Welcome, Mr. Franz.
Thank you, George. Honorable Minister Ingabire, representatives of UKAID and the African drone community and World Bank colleagues. Let me congratulate all of you for shepherding this amazing event through to a successful completion 3 months after we all gathered in Kigali and Karongi. It's really, I think it's a tribute to the African Drone Forum community that 170 of us are connected virtually this morning and this afternoon in spite of COVID to keep the torch going. So very, very impressive. It's really taken a sustained effort among many stakeholders to make this event happen. And I want to begin by thanking the government of Rwanda for hosting the competitions on Lake Kivu, a setting that wasn't just beautiful, but also very importantly, a real life setting, one that represents the real challenges that we're trying to overcome by using drones worldwide. In the World Bank, we were very pleased to support the drone economy challenge in Africa, because we believe that in Africa, perhaps more than in most continents, there are a lot of countries who are willing to create the innovation and regulatory environments that will allow drones to take on important roles in healthcare, in agriculture, in disaster mitigation and response, and in many other areas. And as we saw when we gathered in Kigali, drone technologies are already accelerating land and agriculture digitization. Autonomous systems are extending the reach of supply chains to offer greater resilience, mobility in the face of shocks. And, as we're witnessing today with the COVID-19 pandemic, resilient supply chains, digital skills, digital jobs, and innovation are much more important now than they were even 3 months ago. I think the day isn't too far off when we may see a COVID-19 vaccine delivered to remote parts of Africa and perhaps to other parts of the developing world in the belly of a drone. And I think whether or not that happens is partly up to all of us connected to this video today. The important thing, I think, with the Lake Kivu Challenge is that it showed the world and showed all of us how to scale up drone use. It's been around for many years, but we showcased not just the technology, but the operations, the safety systems, and the regulatory models to take this to scale. So let me congratulate the government of Rwanda for hosting such an exciting event. I believe that all the finalists that I had the honor and the opportunity to meet in Karongi on February 4th and who participated in the challenge genuinely deserve recognition and congratulations. They're all bringing state-of-the-art tools, methods, incredible passion to move things forward. And it was really an honor for me to spend a day with the finalists on Lake Kivu and witness firsthand all the effort that went into making the Lake Kivu Challenge a success, the camaraderie between the participants, and the really excellent safety protocols that were put in place and that allowed everything to move and to take place so smoothly. The Lake Kivu Challenge has helped us to connect a unique community at a critical time in the world. And we look forward to working together to share the knowledge and support our client countries really around the world to access the right expertise and to make the best investments. And I want to just ensure that the opportunities that these new technologies bring are shared as widely as possible for all to boost resilience, productivity, and to connect the excluded. Again, with that, let me congratulate all those who took part, and let's stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Franz Dres-Gross, for those uplifting comments, and that we know that the support from the World Bank will continue. Now, the Lake Kivu Challenge Awards have been greatly supported by the UK DFID, which included the almost UK pounds 300,000 prize money. And that is very important. This is why we are gathering here today digitally. So I now kindly invite the DFID representative, Ms. Magdalena Banasiak, Senior Innovation Advisor, Research and Evidence Division, DFID UKAID, to deliver her welcome remarks. Welcome, Ms. Magdalena.
Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me.
Well, I can. Please continue.
Good. So I'll continue. Great. Thank you to the World Bank and to the Honourable Minister of ICT and Innovation. It's great. I mean, I think both the government of Rwanda and the World Bank have already covered many of the areas and many of the reasons why we're here today and why DFID wanted to be part of this Africa Drones Forum and why we feel it is so important. As the Honourable Minister said, this was a global competition, but very much focusing on the African ecosystem. I mean, we're very keen on supporting the technology and innovation kind of ecosystem in Africa, and specifically local for technology. And the Drone Forum provided, and the provided for and tech provided together. And globally, kind of best in class, both in technical aspects. The prizes support a kind of a range of really the potential. We also had the business competition behind the drone and across a variety of different sectors of agriculture and also last mile delivery. I mean, we see connection as being key for some of the and potential for drones to address the response, whether it's delivering the vaccine when that's developed, or continuing to do health systems deliveries within agricultural value chains, or looking at last mile deliveries to those that are underserved. So I'll finish there because I'm sure we're all eager to continue with the awards. But I just wanted to say well done to all the participants, and I was very honoured to be part of the Lake Kivu challenge and to be there and see a lot of the technologies on display, but also see the excitement within the kind of ecosystem. And most interesting, I think, for me was seeing the appetite from regulators to look at how to include drones within the supply chains, but also in terms of traffic management systems. So I just wanted to conclude there and just say well done to the finalists, and continue having your passion for the sector. And I also wanted to thank the Rwandan government and the World Bank for their support in making this happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Magdalena, for those kind words and remarks. And UK DFID played an important role. We acknowledge that. Now, designing and organizing the Lake Kivu challenge was a hard and mammoth task. It had the technical side of it, and to start explaining that, I invite Ms. Denise Sosilo, Industry Relations at the ADF, to explain how the competitions were designed. Welcome, Denise.
Hi, thank you, George. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Honourable Minister Paula Ingabire and distinguished representatives from UKAID and the World Bank, of course. Thank you for allowing me to say maybe a few words about putting together the challenge here. The competitions are really designed to challenge industry to address 3 key African use cases that involve UAS technology. And as we've seen, 2 of the competitions focused on the delivery and pickup of medical cargo in rural settings, and 1 competition focused on long-range detection of geographic features. In this context, I wanted to highlight really the collective effort that brought us together to make it all happen, because this really was a team effort through and through. Over the years and months of leading up to this, we had conducted 2 in-country safety workshops, involved civil aviation authorities of 2 nations, set up 2 drone ports so that during the event we could conduct more than 60 BVLOS flights in 7 days of flying, operated by 10 teams coming from 7 countries around the world. We also showcased UTM technology live, tracking all BVLOS flights to be viewed around the globe in real time. Importantly, the event really provided us with a snapshot of the state-of-the-art of current operational capabilities within the drone space. And this also helped us catalyze an understanding and collective learning, shedding light into the industry landscape to understand how this technology can address use case requirements. So to come to the specific competition challenges, all competition flights were beyond visual line of sight. BVLOS, that truly is the frontier in the drone space right now. Running safe operations was the prime objective. Technology had to be electric only, so we were not allowing any fossil fuel engines into the competition. And all operations needed to have the ability to land in a limited amount of space, so minimal ground infrastructure environments. And every team that came to Rwanda was a finalist from a pool of, as you heard, dozens of applicants from around the world, and was vetted in various competition stages to ensure that we could run safe operations. So yes, before we announce the winners, I just wanted to once again thank everyone, the entire team, congratulate everyone involved in this effort. And I'm also honored to have been a part of this.
Thank you, Denise. Most important, Denise had someone who was working with her, and I now invite Jonty Slater, the challenge design and management consultant, to explain how this vision was realized in working with Denise. Welcome, Jonty.
George, thank you very much. Welcome, Honourable Minister and all special guests. So we have 3 primary competitions: the emergency delivery, sample pickup, and find and assess competitions. And what we were looking at with emergency delivery is how do we simulate the delivery of emergency medical supplies to a remote clinic. So the teams had to transport a minimum of 2 500 milliliter saline bags that were mimicking a blood bag to the island droneport. The cargo had to arrive fully intact, no leakage, and they had to be then delivered. And it was the time that took to do a delivery and then for the flight to return back. So we recorded all of the times and everything in terms of how we were scoring. So all the teams were scored on the amount of weight they could carry and the time it took. For sample pickup, we were looking more at being able to go to a remote clinic and pick up medical samples, and how could we mimic that? So we had glass and plastic vials that the teams had to go and collect from the island droneport and then return those back. And some of these were very delicate. Some of the glass vials were very delicate. Some of the seals had to be checked, and all of these were done. All of these, we were also looking for the teams to make sure that they were looking at biomedical restrictions, that they were sealing correctly, that they were managing in terms of if they required a cold chain to be included. So all the teams had many different options, and there was a number of different scoring requirements. For the find and assess competition, it was very different actually. What we were looking here is actually mapping targets on an island, but also then seeing if drones could actually track and find boats across the lake. And this is something that was actually stretched. So we were stretching people because orthomosaics usually are over land, but they are getting closer to being able to carry over water. So we wanted to see if that was possible. And so the teams had to find the number of targets by on land or sea, and then how accurately they could target those. We then had a number of additional, we decided that actually we needed to recognize that some teams were actually doing something more unique. So we had a number of different special categories. We had a data analysis category, which was taking data from the teams that had done the find and assess competition, and that was shared with additional companies who were actually analyzing that data to see actually if they could be more accurate than the teams that actually were flying the drones and trying to do the data analysis. We had an airmanship award. We were really looking at how the teams work together, the skills to support each other. Were they willing to share equipment? Were they willing to engage with each other and support each other? All the teams did that, but some teams were more outstanding. And then we were looking at innovation, how innovative the teams were, how well they were looking at new technologies, how agile they were in terms of they do it, how they were looking at different ways of managing their drone system. And then finally, we had the safety award. How safe were the teams? How well are they working with the safety scrutineers? How well did they work? And we used all of this with online, we had scoring, and then we had live judging as judges as well that were interviewing them. And that gave us our scoring. So I'm really looking forward to hoping that we can now announce who the winners are. Back to you, George.
Thank you, John T. and Denise, for that introduction to the technical side of the LKC. And now the fun starts. You should be aware that there were 72 applications in total, which came from 35 different countries. So now we are going to go to the first category, which was Emergency Delivery Award. And here there were 4 teams. Now let's watch a video clip in order to find out who the winner is. Ta-da! Yes, the winner for this category is Wingcopters, and they have won 60,000 UK pounds. Congratulations. I now invite a representative from Wingcopter to say a few words. Welcome.
We won, yeah, we are very happy and proud that we are one of the winners of the Lake Kivu challenge. I'm pretty sure all Wingcopter employees oh, you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, completely. Perfect. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody is cheering right now in front of their computers. And yeah, we want to take the opportunity as well to thank the Rwandan government for welcoming us all in Rwanda, in this beautiful country, and making this work and happen. And of course, a huge thank you for the World Bank and UKAID for creating and organizing such a valuable event. For sure, thank you to my team. Thank you to Nicholas and Thilo, the pilots of the project. And now I'm crossing my fingers for the other teams and the other other winners to be announced. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we move on to the Sample Pickup Award. And here also, there were 4 teams competing. And who is the winner? Ta-da! Let's watch the video. Can you stop the video, please? Mute the video, please.
Proceed.
And yes, the winner here is Phoenix Wings. Congratulations. And they also get UK pound 60,000. I now invite the representative from Phoenix Wings to say a few words. Welcome.
This is Jerry from Phoenix Wings.
We can hear you,
Sorry.
Jerry.
Hey, this is Jerry from Phoenix Wings, and you probably can also see part of our team and the mentor is here. It's very exciting to hear the news. Thank you very much. Start my video. Ah, okay. Now the video is working, right? You see us?
Yes, it is. Continue, please.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we have been waiting for this result for a few weeks, and now our ambition came true. Yeah. Guys, we made it. Well, it's such an honor. We all feel really honored. Thank you very much. Let me say first a big thank you to all organizers for holding such an incredible event. And I can remember from the beginning to the end, there's so much support, and you guys did an amazing job. Thank you very much. And also thank you to all the good airmanship of the competitors. The willingness to help each other. I guess we all learned so much from each other. And also thanks to the effort of the local communities. There was tremendous help we get from the beginning until the end. And to us, it is much more than a competition. I would say this one of once in a lifetime experience for us. I hope this is not only one, there will be more coming. And looking back a few months as a young company, we hesitate a bit in the very beginning to jump into this adventure. But I guess now we are all glad we did it. It was a first step for us to get into public light. But it's a great opportunity for us to show people how we can supply people with critical and urgent goods. We think both the competition and symposium were of great value to the whole community because it really connects cargo drone industry to the emerging business in Africa. And especially in this current crisis of COVID-19, we see these needs more clearly. So we hope there will be much more follow-up projects hosted by ADF. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Phoenix Wings. And now we go to another category, which is the Find and Access Award. And here also, there were 4 teams competing. And the following video depicts the winner and who is going to be. And please don't share your video for those who are finished. And you know the winner is Ho Jong, and they also won UK pound 60,000. Congratulations. And now I invite the representative of Ho Jong to say a few words. Is he there?
Andrew, you need to unmute yourself.
Hujong Rep, are you there?
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Please,
yes,
1 minute for a few words.
Okay, this is truly an amazing occasion, and it's a great honor for Hojong to be the winner of this remarkable event. Our deep gratitude to ADF, the leaders and organizers, World Bank, and the Rwandan government for creating such an incredible platform for the global drone community. Focusing in Africa. Hojong is not a huge company, but as some of you may know, our CEO, Moonsok Lee, has had a particular devotion to work in Africa since the inception of the company. And this accomplishment really underscores what we have been doing and focusing for a long time. And we've been most fortunate to have the support of the government agencies in Korea, such as MALIT and KAIS, that understand the value of drone technology in the fourth industrial revolution and the effectiveness of its application for sustainable solutions globally, especially during these critical times. And most definitely we want to applaud RemoM and our manufacturing partner, Yukon System, which I want to mention as one of the most sophisticated, yet undiscovered drone companies in the world. We really believe that ADF is not just a stage for sharing and disseminating technology, but as a community, we are together paving a way for Africa to be the leaders in the drone application and technology, and with incredible initiatives and action. So once again, thank you for ADF leadership and World Bank for creating this great launching place for all of us. Really an invaluable aspect of the event has been all the friendship and relationship we developed at Lake Kivu, and with one of the best minds and dedicated companies, which I really want to thank for all of them for their kindness and openness. We are very excited to continue to push forward with our great friends and strategic partners we have developed during the Lake Kivu Challenge, whom we have already been communicating quite actively. And most of all, we remain committed to serve as ambassadors for expanding the footprint of ADF and contributing to its meaningful goals in Africa and globally. Thank
you very much.
Thank you everyone, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for those nice words. Now we've finished those categories. There were the category of special awards. The first one was for the data analysis. And the winner here receives UK pounds 15,000. And the winner is, drum please, and then, ta-da, ta-da, I'll play my own drum. Ta-da. The winner is Leaper Labs. Hojong, can you not share your video, please? Your screen? Yeah, and for that, I now welcome the representative from Leaper Labs to say a few words. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm excited to receive this special award. On behalf of Leaper Labs team, let me take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the African Drone Forum, the World Bank, the UKAID, the government of Rwanda, Chemnitz University of Technology, and different stakeholders for the continuous support. The Kivu Challenge has been a support to us. It's not about only this special award, but a good experience and network. Leaper Labs will continue to leverage the cooperation towards researching and developing drone solutions for Africa's biggest challenges. Alone we can do little, together we can do so much. God bless you all.
Thank you very, very much, Leaper Labs. If you can stop sharing your video, that would be good. For the next winners, I'm just going to announce them. The next one was the Innovation Award, and the winner for this award is gets £15,000, and the winner is Phoenix Wings. Clap for them. Amen. And the next award, the winner is Volancy. Apologies, he says Volancy is the winner for this award. And then we also have the Innovation Award. The Innovation Award, which is also 15,000 UK pounds. And here the winner is Phoenix Wings. Okay. And then there was the Safety Equipment Award, which was sponsored by UKAID and Iris Automation. And each one of these teams gets 5,000 each, and also the Iris Automation Safety Technology System. The winners for this prize are two. One is Wingcopter, and the other one is AV. Yeah. So these two get to win this award. I now invite the representative of Iris Automation, Tamiko Sianon, partnership at Iris Automation, to say a few words in this category. Welcome. Is Tamiko here?
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
George, do you want to keep going?
Oh, all right, fine. So since Tamiko is did not hear that, so let's continue on. We are about to come to an end, and if Tamiko is able to catch us in the next few minutes, then she'll have something to say. Otherwise, I wish to acknowledge the judges.
George, she's here. George, she's here.
We managed to get her?
We have. We're just going to make her a panelist now.
Okay, fine. Tamiko, welcome to say a few words on the sponsorship. Let me go to the judges, then we'll come back to her before we close. Then, so while we are sorting out Tamiko to come and speak, I want
Wonderful.
to invite...
I think I'm here.
You're right. Okay, fine. We'll come back to Tamiko in a few moments. Let me acknowledge the judges for the Lake Kivu Challenge. They spent many hours reviewing the team's performance. So to represent the judges, I invite Mr. Olivier Defawe, Health Systems, Drone for Health Lead, Village Reach, to say a few words. Welcome, Olivier.
Thank you, George. Hello, everyone. I just want to say congratulations to everyone. And I'm representing here the two other judges, which are Caroline Gevert and Louis Porter, who was an amazing experience working with them. And it was an amazing experience working with all of you guys. As you know, putting into place a system like a drone service delivery or a drone mapping system in an environment like we face in sub-Saharan Africa is not a small task, and it required a whole ecosystem to be in place. And the Lake Kivu challenge really gave that opportunity to be exposed to the real environment, the real challenging environment, the real condition, and push the technology to the limits, expose them to those environmental challenges, connectivity challenges, and so on. And the Lake Kivu Challenge, for me, is one of those initiatives that is helping make a difference and accelerate the development of the drone technology for the use in mapping or in delivery. And we as judges spend many hours reviewing the original application back in December 2018, I believe. And then went two rounds of reviews, spent a lot of time with each of the competitors, really understanding what is behind what you just see, the hardware and the software. How are they working as a team? What are the business models? So we really look really deep, more than just like, how can they do it? Is it feasible? Can they actually deliver? There's more than that. And I believe that one thing that I want to share is that it was amazing to see how things evolve. At the beginning, you know, it's a competition, you know, we're trying to keep secret, and like the team were isolated, but very quickly a camaraderie started. They started helping each other, sharing stuff between each team to make sure that they're able to fly, to perform. It was an amazing experience to see how everybody came together and help each other for the sake of the mission of the Lake Kivu Challenge, is to help develop that technology to be able to perform in Sub-Saharan Africa. This was an amazing experience. Congratulations to everyone. And I want to thank all the safety officers, the security teams, you know, David Gering, Denise, Fred, and many other. It was a big undertaking. Everything went well, safe. We had no major issue. And I want to thank you all for this amazing work. The Lake Kivu Challenge and African Drone Forum is one of those opportunities that helps make a difference in the long run in this context of a system level change, a change of introducing the system into the African continent and grow it in African continent thanks to local resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivier, for those words and the perception you put forth. I now call on Tamiko to say a few words on the special awards for safety. Tamiko, are you there?
Hello, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome. Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Thank you. Perfect. Well, my name is Tamiko Shannon with Iris Automation, and we are thrilled to be the safety prize provider for today's winners. Congratulations to both Avi and Wingcopter. Iris Automation is a market leader in onboard detect and avoid technology for UAS, and Cassia is the first commercially available computer vision detect and avoid system to enable beyond visual line of sight operations. So with the addition of our Cassia systems, today's winners, Avi and Wingcopter, will be one step closer to unlocking safer BVLOS flights, which we all know are becoming increasingly important to help drones meet their full potential in the drone logistics space. And we look forward to their future successes with our system. A quick thank you to the ADF for the amazing work they're doing to facilitate research and testing in these new industries. And thank you all for allowing us at Iris Automation to join you in your work to advance the use of drones for good. So thank you everyone and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tamiko. As we come to the close, one of the chat questions was how many kilometers were flown. We had this recorded in our logbooks, but we don't have our logbooks in front of us, but our technical experts state that it was anywhere between 900 to 1,500 kilometers of flying time going up and down for all the competitors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, Mr. Franz de Grasse and Ms. Magdalena, and all the participants, I thank you very much. I thank all the speakers. I congratulate all the winners. And I thank all the participants for spending 1 hour with us to be part of this event for this Lake Kivu Challenge Ceremony Awards. I'm reminding all of you to follow ADF on social media and to subscribe to the ADF newsletter. You will learn a lot of information about drones on the continent. Please stick around after this in order so that we can direct you to the ADF's COVID-19 in Africa survey. It would be good for us to hear from you what your thoughts are on how drones can be utilized. And but most importantly, we had Honorable Minister Ingabire state that this is the beginning, it's a new chapter. The African Drone Forum is evolving, and who wants to connect, and will be connecting whenever given the opportunity, connecting to governments to provide expertise and to share documents which will be placed on our website. So if you need us to be of service to you, we have a technical expert team group made up of various people in the industry. Please contact us on the website. Also, I think it's important to thank the board members of the African Drone Forum. They played a key role in giving us ideas and strategies in terms of moving how the ADF would move and work on the continent. And lastly, I want to thank Zipline for allowing us to showcase the visitors during the ADF, and also companies like Doosan, who came to Lake Kivu Challenge. They did not participate in the challenge, but they showcased the technology to the others to see what was possible. With that, I want to thank all of you for participating. Thank you very much. Please, let's stay in touch, let's network and stay online for our survey. Once again, thank you very much for the ADF. We're here to help the continent and come up with new digital solutions. Thank you once again, and have a good day, and please stay safe. Goodbye.